Hello everyone, welcome back to Fanblade. I've been making YouTube videos for nearly 6 years now, and it's finally happened. A company sent me something for free. Yes, that is right. A real company, an actual company, sent me some hardware for me to review for you good people. So it is with a certain amount of amused disbelief that I am able to say that this project is supported by my friends at Guyker Music. Visit their website www.guyker.com or click the link in the description. So yes, my years of screwing around on my own in this garage are finally starting to yield some results. Feels pretty good, to be honest. Now, in the interests of full transparency, I just want to say I'm not being paid for this. They have simply provided this unit for this project. And in doing so, they are hoping to get some exposure, which I think they deserve, because here's the thing. I've been using Guyker products for years. When I made this bass last year, my choice was Guyker tuners. They are excellent. They are very high quality things. And a Guyker bridge. This thing's great. I really, really like this bridge. Even the mini bass from the last series has Guyker tuners on it. These things are great. Extremely pleased with the quality on those. The bridge is not a Guyker. We won't talk about that. So I'm familiar with their product range, and when they reached out to me and asked me what I wanted to make, I knew instantly I wanted to do a headless bass, and I wanted to use this bridge because it looks on their website like a beautifully machined piece of engineering, and I'm happy to say that in real life, it is extremely nice. So the thing that really drew me to this design is the fact that you've got 4 individual geared tuners, and you've got a hole down inside there where you can just shove a normal string. You don't need double ball end strings to use this thing. The normal end goes here, and the ball end goes at the end of the neck, because the retainer comes as part of the set. So it's great, and string changes are actually pretty quick, because you've got this little lever that comes out there, it just goes on there, and then you can just undo your old string, shove a new one in, tighten it up again, and then there's a little magnet that just snaps that in place there. It's a really neat design. They've done something a bit interesting with these saddles as well. You can see that the saddle itself is actually offset on a much larger circular brass piece, which is set into the housing there. You can let off a couple of set screws at the back here, and you can rotate that. That's how you set your height. Unfortunately, that does actually affect the intonation, but then they've got another set screw in the back just there to set your intonation with, and you've got a couple of different sort of options for how far back you want to go. I have measured it, and there is plenty of travel on the intonation. There's not as much travel on the height as I would like, so you're kind of looking at a fairly flat radius, but if you get everything lined up nicely, you shouldn't have too many problems with it. It will be a little bit fiddly to set up, but we're building a headless bass. We're trying to combine the tuners and the bridge into one unit, have it be as solid as possible and take up as little space as possible. If it's a little bit fiddly, then that's just part of the trade-off. Now, just by way of comparison with your regular Steinberger bridge, it is a little bit smaller, which is nice. Headless basses, sort of a large part of the design brief for a headless bass is that it's small, and you don't have a lot of real estate to play with, so I like the fact that that this is a little bit more compact. The other thing that I love is that the tuning's on top. I hate this. Frankly, the aesthetically, I find having the tuners sticking out the end more annoying than not having a headstock. I can deal with that. I just don't like this. Aesthetically, it rubs me up the wrong way, having this inset in here. I don't like that shape. I don't ever want to have to do that. Also, because of the way this is designed, it has to set into the body. This will sit perfectly flush on any body that you want to stick it on. Which does, of course, beg the question of what kind of body am I actually going to stick it on?